All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99. I am back with another video. All right, y'all knew this video was coming. I just been busy yesterday, long drive. But while I was driving, 6, 7, 8 hour drive, I think, what was that? Yeah, 7, 8 hour drive. I was just thinking about Alexa Grasso again, because I did listen to her post-fight interview, after the fight, and then the one in the cage again, because I watched the fight again last night or, yesterday morning before I hit the road. And I was just listening to what she was saying about wanting to get another main event, as well as, if being put in that position to fight Valentina, that she would take it, right? It seems like she's trying to leave options open, but it seems a little too open-ended. That's why, it's got a lot of people wondering, like, do you really want to fight for the title, or are you not ready, and would you just rather fight somebody else right now? Like, where do you really set your heart at, right? Because to me, if a fighter really wants to be champion and they really want to go for that belt, to me, they have a process, they have like a step-by-step process, and they're always letting you know that, look, I want to be the best. I want to be the champion. I want Valentina. You know what I mean? Like, especially when you get to this point, like, I hear a lot of fighters call out Valentina down at like number 10, 13, and 14, Macy or Aaron, but it seems like when everybody gets to that 1 through 5, it's kind of hard to get them into the cage of Valentina to really like scream her name, right? Like, you ain't got to scream her name or bash her character or call out her name, but no, you could just say, look, I want the belt, right? I want the belt, so that's just kind of a question. Is she ready? Or, the other question is, why does it seem like a lot of fighters are hesitant? Like, are these fighters really ready to be champion? Especially after this weekend of watching Alicia Baumgartner and Michaela Mayer put it all on the line for unification, then undisputed for Shields and Marshall, and just like Clarissa Shields been following her whole career, and like her whole demeanor, just like these other champions that you see, it's always, I want to be the best. I want to beat this girl. This girl is not as good as me. I want to whoop her, right? She's that confident. People get sick of her talking, but I don't, I'm like, I don't care what she says because she backs it up, right? But some of these other fighters, it always seems like, they go through the motions. They get put in places, higher than other fighters, or they get better opportunities. But it just seems like sometimes when it comes to the champion, they start pumping the brakes. But when you get to that position, there really is no turning back, right? That's why it's all about being quiet when you're at the bottom, 10 through 14, right? Being quiet down there and putting the work in. But when you get to 5 and 4, there really is no turning back, because Valentina's already beaten 1 through 4. So that kind of makes you next in line, right? So I'm just getting that vibe sometimes, like some of these fighters really leave it open-ended just in case they start to get, cold feet and they don't want to step in there with Valentina. And that's kind of what I was getting with Alexa Grasso with this one, because, the first thing she said was, I put the faith and I put the trust in Mick Maynard to give me the fight that I need in the cage. Then later on, she said that I would love to fight another main event first to get another 25 minutes in me, maybe the winner of Chikeg and Manon, or, if they offer me the title fight, I'll take it, right? So which is it? Like, because if they just offered you the title fight, would you be ready for it? Or would you just take it just to say, oh, I just took it, right? But the other fight sounds like that's the way you want to go so you can prepare better, right? So which is it? Like, just say it. Like, if you want to fight Valentina and you're ready, that's what you're supposed to say, right? It's not so really supposed to be open-ended at this point, because it kind of makes it hard for the matchmakers to really think about what you want, because it seems like you want to go this direction or this way. You know what I mean? And that's just how I think about it from my point of view. Like, I'm thinking about it from the fans' perspective, but I have my views. Like, I know when I say Grasso doesn't look 100% ready, that's me. But if Grasso is in that position at number 5 and she's on a 4-fight win streak now, that's on her to say, hey, I want to prove I'm the best. Let me get that title shot. I'm coming for you, bullet, right? But this is what she said in the interview. Shout out to MMA Junkie. They pulled out the text that I wanted to talk about here. So when she was asked about the title shot, she said, I don't know. I have to wait because there's an important fight. It's kind of like a semifinals, but this is important. I have to wait. But I definitely faced a big challenge. First time, 25 minutes fighting, and I hope I can do it again. Then she said, I wish I can have another main event. Maybe the winner of Chikeg and Firo, the number 2 fighter, who is Tyler Santos. Anyone's at the top, meaning, I guess, who else would it be? Lauren Murphy, right? Any of those fighters. Then she said, I would like to test myself again in 25 minutes before that title fight. But if I had to go for the belt, I will do it. All right. So she put the if there. She said, if I have to go for the belt, I will do it. So still kind of makes me say she's 50-50 there, right? Because if she needs the other 25 minutes, that means she would just be taking the belt to do it. But if she had to be in that position, she's going to have to force herself, right? But like I said, my thoughts on this is like, when you do get the number 5, I know, like I said, my perspective from what I've seen with her compared to a champion like Valentina, when you match them up, doesn't look like she's ready. But for her being in that position now and putting on a clinical shutout over Viviane Araújo, you have the right to argue for that now because you went on your 4-fight win streak, and that's what she was looking for a title shot, right? And to shut out a big test in Viviane Araújo. So to me, that makes me say that, oh, she's good to go now. She should be thinking that way, right? She should be thinking that way. But yeah, I just kind of get the vibe, man. Sometimes these fighters, they don't really go for it like that sometimes. Like I said, the ones that really do, you hear it from them. Like I said, Clarissa Shields, like, she wants it. I got the vibe that, like, even from Jessica Andrade, whenever she moved up in weight, she didn't stand a chance against Valentina, but she fought one fight and jumped straight in there with Valentina Shevchenko. That sounded like somebody that wanted to, go for being the best, that didn't have to prepare, right? She had one fight and went straight for it. Where these other fighters, sometimes it seems like they're kind of pumping the brakes a little bit, right? But with Alexa Grasso, she's got a high ranking, but it just still seems like she's not fully ready. She says she would only take it if they present it to her. But like I said, most contenders, they have to call for it. They have to call for it when they're in that position and just say they want it. Don't leave it so open-ended. Just say, look, I'm number 5 now. Everybody else got beat. I'm the next one to do this, right? But I guess it just really comes down to, do you want it, right? What do y'all think in the comment section? Does Grasso really want it? Are you ready? Do you have goals? Do you really have these goals like that? Because, again, the ones that stand out, the Valentinas, the Clarissa Shields, the Weili Lees, it's always champ mindset. It's always going after that person. They'll do the process to get there. They're logical on how to get to the championship, but it's always about being the best, right? It's not always about, I'm not sure yet. I'll leave it in this person's hands, right? You never hear that with some of these fighters. Like Manon, look, I've heard her say she wanted a step-by-step process like a year or so ago, and then the title shot. She wanted Grasso, and then she said she would fight Chikagan. But now she just has to get Chikagan, and if she wins this weekend, she'll take that title shot. And it's not based off of what matchmakers say. You know what I mean? Like, she's not really wanting to answer a lot of questions. She just wants to go straight for it. And like I said in one of my lives, Manon's mindset is different. Like, she's not going to do a lot of talking. She's a little bit older than some of these other fighters, and she knows that time is ticking with her. So she just wants to go for it at this point, But one of the things, too, I also wanted to say, when fighters don't make these call-outs, and before I get into this, when I say call-outs, no, you don't have to, like, go in there and, call a person out their name. I mean, if that's in your character, fine, you can do it. But you don't really have to go in there and, talk all this trash. But when fighters make call-outs, it helps. When a fighter makes it known, it helps because it makes the matchmaker's jobs easy, and then they can say, okay, wow, this person is ready. Or they'll say, okay, don't sound like she's too ready, so I'll just match her up with this person. Because the one who is ready all around and calls for it, it sounds like they really want the belt. Right then, Mick Maynard could say, okay, this person is definitely going to make for an interesting fight. Okay, Viviane Araújo just got shut out. Okay, she beat her about 5 rounds, and now she's screaming Valentina's name. Oh, man, she's going to come in confident. This is going to be a good fight. But usually if they say something like, I'm going to leave it in his hands, it's like, okay, like, you leave it in my hands. I'm like, well, don't leave it in my hands. I mean, you the one went in there and fought, man. Let me know what you want, right? So I think it's like a meet me halfway type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, let me know what you want, and then I can really put something together for you. Don't just leave it all in my hands, because what the fighter says and how they think is also how good the performance is going to be too. That's just how I see it. When someone says, I'll take the shot if it's offered, but I really like another fight, it makes you think this might not be good. This one ain't confident. So now I got to make him fight down again. And then they might complain about that. Then fans will complain and say, okay, why'd you match them up? Well, they didn't sound confident, right? But whenever a fighter, case in point, Juliana Pena says, okay, I want to fight for the title, when she was first time, fighting for the title the first time at number 7, she says, hey, I want the title fight. Matchmaker can say, oh, wow, this girl's screaming for Nunes. And then they look around the rankings and go, okay, Nunes already beat this person, that person, this person's out right now. That'll make sense. And it'll make for an interesting fight because she wants it. You know what I mean? But then, like, this situation, you got a number 5 that says, I want this, but I'll take this as if it's offered to me. Makes you say, okay, this is making my job harder. Because now I got to look at Tyler Santos. That's a potential rematch. Now I got to look at the winner of Chikagi and Manon. Now I got to wonder if Grasso really wants this title fight after she shut out Viviane Araújo, right? So when it all comes down to it, my question is, do these fighters in the flyweight division really, really want to go for gold like that? Do you think Grasso really feels like she's ready for it? To me, doesn't sound like it, because she want to try to squeeze in another main event. Do y'all want to see another main event? Like, if Chikagi and Manon fight this Saturday, whoever comes out the winner, should they be obligated to fight Alexa Grasso in a 5-round fight to make like a solid title eliminator? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think if Manon for surely dominates and wins, I think she deserves to go on for the title shot, because that'll put her at 5-0, and that'll put her in the same situation where Tyler was, and that's telling me that she's ready, much like Tyler was. I think Tyler knew that time, because, some people thought Tyler Santos was trying to duck or whatever, but, when Tyler said something's being worked on after her last fight, I already knew what she was going for, and that was Shevchenko, right? So I think Manon is in that same exact position she was. Unlike Tyler, she has no losses in the UFC too. So if she goes in there and whoops Chikagi, forget a 5-round main event. So I hope they don't do that. I hope they don't do that to Manon if she wins the fight and try to make her fight that fight. If Grasso wants to fight another main event, make it Lauren Murphy or make it Tyler. As much as I wanted to see them two fight, make it one of them fighters if she really wants that fight. But don't hold Manon back. I know she's number 7 now, but if she beats the number 1, hey, give her title shot, because she says she's going to be ready for it. But yeah, man, that's all I got on this one, guys. Final thoughts. Yeah, I just wanted to address some of the things that she was saying. It just kind of makes me question, like, the mindset of some of these fighters sometimes. I know, not everybody's got to be the loud, boisterous type of fighter, but you can still make things known. Valentina's not loud, but she makes it known, hey, I want to be the best, right? It's not about pumping the brakes when you get, almost like halfway up the mountaintop, or, quarter of the way there, right? So let me know what you guys think. We'll talk more about it later. Of course, if anything else is said. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.